Hi students, welcome to Imaging Techniques for Dummies. This is Professor Addison Taylor, and we're going to be talking about a few different imaging techniques today. So the first one is EEGs, CAT scans, MRIs, fMRIs, PET scans, and TMSs. So it's important to note a few things. Spatial resolution, which is how detailed the image can get, how pretty it will look on paper, how clear it will be. Temporal resolution is how we can track changes in the brain over time. So this is like a task versus a task, or like throughout different time periods. Invasiveness is any foreign objects like injections, exposure to radiation. And of course, cost is a huge aspect in today's time. So we're going to look at that as well. So EEGs are very helpful for diagnosing epilepsy and brain tumor diagnosis. It basically sums up electrical activity of neurons between two electrodes. So this is electrical, and then it has a fast temporal resolution. It's easy. It doesn't cost much. The only problem with it is it has poor spatial resolution, so the image is not very clear. A CAT scan is a series of x-rays. So you probably hear about CAT scans when people break their bones or stuff, but you can actually do it on bones, blood vessels, soft tissues. So what it does is it forms 3D images of brains, like of your brain, by combining x-rays of cross sections of the brain. So it is, a lot of different patients can get it because it is so versatile, and you can do multiple different parts like the bones, blood vessels, soft tissue. And it does have good spatial resolution. There is downsides though, such as you have to get an injection of dye, you're exposed to radiation, it's expensive, and it has a slower temporal resolution, so it's a little bit harder to see the changes over time. MRI does have a strong magnetic field, so if you're someone who has metal, like body part replacements, you will have to be really careful with that. So this measures variations in hydrogen concentrations in the brain tissue, because your brain is made up of part water, part hydrogen atoms. It has decent temporal resolution, so you can see a little bit of change over time. It has great spinal resolution, and it's not invasive. However, it's very expensive. Then we kind of go into another subcategory. One of those is fMRI, which is functional MRI, and it measures brain activity by detecting differences in oxygen levels. And it does this by measuring the levels within the neural activity of your brain. It's not invasive, and you can see changes while you're doing tasks, and has great temporal resolution. This is really helpful for if you want to see what part of the brain is activated during certain things. You can do that. And also, a PET scan, it uses radioactive tracer, which is injected into your blood. This image is produced by emissions from the ejected substances, and these substances are radioactive. So it does have good spatial resolution, it's really pretty, it's very clear, and it's a very short processing time of 45 seconds. But it's very expensive, and you do have that radioactive tracer that you're exposed to. So for both the fMRI and the PET scan, you are able to see changes over time. So when using this, you have to take two scans. It's called the subtraction method. So basically, it compares the activity in their baseline to the brain activity of when they're doing the task. So you would take one scan when they're resting, resting state, and then one scan while they're doing the task, and then you take task scan minus resting scan, and that equals your results. The last imaging technique that we will be looking at today is TMS. It is a new technique. It's brain stimulation through magnetic coil, which passes electrical current through brain tissue. This is very new, non-invasive. It has been used to evaluate the damage that strokes have done to the brain, and it's also very useful for Parkinson's and depression. So it looks a little bit different. All the other ones is like a big machine that your body goes in, and this is just something that straps on your head. So it's probably a lot less scary too for people who would be more scared. Hope this helps. Hope you guys enjoyed the Imaging Techniques for Dummies class. All right, bye.